What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be going through your guys' comments. This is something we normally do once a week, but we got a new update. There's a lot of opinion, and the community feels a certain way about it. So we've dove into the channel, picked out some comments. We're going to go over things, continue this conversation, because this is a Red Dead 2, Red Dead Online channel. That's what we do here. Thank you for joining us. I'm Bandit Barney, bringing you everything you need to know about Red Dead 2 and Red Dead Online. Let's dive into it with our first comment from DJ. And he calls it the great nerfing of 2019. Hashtag never forget. And it's odd that we get this update, and it seems like a massive nerf to the core things that players enjoyed who were still playing Red Dead Online. The player base was dwindling as there wasn't content coming, and the dedicated players, people who have been watching the videos, yes, you guys are the dedicated players, enjoyed a lot of the hunting, and people in the Discord I know enjoyed going around and experiencing the world, and they just made it a lot less. It's like your boss came in and cut your pay and said, hey, but keep doing the same job. And you're like, what the f? I already didn't like this job, and y'all are just cutting my pay now, and you're unhappy about it. So, DJ, the great nerfing of 2019. Thank you, man. Before we go any further, I really made a point in my last two videos around the update to say, hey guys, like I try and stay optimistic, specifically because I run a channel on this, and I've put a lot of work into building this channel. Me and my brother have, and if Rockstar just lets Red Dead Online die, we have to transition, and that takes effort. Not that we wouldn't want to, not that we wouldn't do that, but it takes effort, and you lose a lot of the people that are willing to watch your videos because they move on to different things. Right now, we have a Red Dead Online community. If we go on to different things, not everyone in our community moves on to one thing. Some people move on to the Division. Some people move on to Apex. You know, you get the gist. So people move in different directions, and you only get to keep a portion of that audience while you have to then go build the rest of the audience out, which is not like, it's not the end of the world. But I went on that long spiel because I just want to say, yes, a lot of the community is unhappy about it. So this video is going to show that and showcase that. And that's what we do here on the channel. But that we're still staying dedicated to Red Dead Online. So just because this portrays a lot of people's feelings that aren't happy about Red Dead Online doesn't mean that our channel is going to be going away from it, and we'll poke some more fun at that later. Let's jump into our second comment, and this one from Matt Goodell is a little bit more descriptive. I'm going to go over the key points. Nerfed animal carcasses across the board, nerfed bird plume drops, nerfed small animal pelt conditions, nerfed tonic provision, gun oil farming, nerfed deadeye, and it just goes on how all of these things are nerfed. And then now, even if you get griefed, you can't defend yourself, because if you do, you incur a bounty. So it's either incur a bounty or let griefers walk all over you. So I want to dive in specifically to the, well, a few things here, but the small animal pelt conditions, that was nerfed. And that's because originally, even if you killed a rabbit that was of poor quality, the pelt would give you perfect quality. And this is not something that I'm necessarily upset with. Like, I don't see a problem with this. It was clearly, that's not how the rest of the mechanics in hunting work. That's clearly how, it was clearly not supposed to work that way. And so that they fixed that doesn't bother me so much. But the nerf all around to animal carcasses just seems like it was unneeded. I don't see why we needed to nerf carcasses, because you already can't carry that many, right? You get one large carcass on the back of your horse and then two on the sides, and that's it. So I don't understand why they would go in and nerf the animal carcasses. It just doesn't make sense to me. As well as, no one was asking for that. No one was saying that hunting's too good. Like, no one in the community was out there being like, too many players are hunting, we need to get rid of that activity. No one was doing that. In fact, players were saying the showdown modes aren't enjoyable. So, and like, not to say that no one enjoys the showdown modes, but to say that the majority of people enjoyed the PvE activities and free roam more than the showdown modes, and they've gone and nerfed those. So Rockstar's clearly pushing players into the showdown game mode style things and into their new daily challenge system, but like, they're taking away a part of the game that a lot of the dedicated players who's still playing enjoyed, which is confusing to me. Matt, thank you for your comment. Appreciate it, man. Then we have this one from Rob Torture Right. Rockstar, the biggest blue baller in game in industry. And this is so true, man. This is 2 times now that Rockstar's gone out and told us things we're getting in the update. And then when that update drops, they're like, psych, wait a couple more weeks. Oh, we'll drop a little bit here. We'll drop a little bit there. Oh, but guess what? You can see what you're gonna get. Open up your pamphlet and look at all those cool new items you could be getting, but not yet. So like, big blue balls, man. Big blue balls. Rob, thanks for the comment. Along those hunting nerf lines, David Mitchell, hunting nerf animals by 50% cash, rip Red Dead 2. And that was my point. Like, if you take away or hurt an activity, you take away incentive to that activity, that is the activity most players focus on when they play your game. What do you expect them to do? Like, in a game that was already like dwindling. Obviously, this new update adds new things, and although it wasn't well received, it's gonna get players playing it briefly at the very least for a couple days or so. And when you take away the main activity that your dedicated audience is playing and enjoying, and you don't give a good solution or a good, like, for example, if they nerfed carcasses the way they did, but added a way of like adding a wagon so that you can carry more carcasses, players wouldn't be as frustrated, because we can see, okay, you're nerfing carcasses because they'd just be really OP now that we can carry more than 3 on our horse at any given time. But instead, you don't change that at all, and you just nerf the carcasses. David, thank you for the comment. I've hounded on this because I think it's really one of the big quarrels that the community has with the updates that Rockstar has done yesterday or the day before. Then we have from Karen Hunter, this wasn't an update, it was a glorified nerf fest to push microtransactions. When you do microtransactions, you really want it to feel to the player that it's enjoyable when they spend their money. When you have a bad taste in your mouth when you buy a microtransaction, it's not good. When microtransactions are done well, players enjoy spending their money. Now, I know that sounds weird, but that is actually when they work best. When a player looks at something like, oh, I don't need to have that, but I really want to have that, so I'm gonna spend a few of my bucks to go get it. And they don't have a bad taste in their mouth afterwards. But when you go around nerfing everything else, and then adding a bunch of things that are insanely expensive compared to the things that were already there, it really feels like, okay, so you're taking away the way we would have made money, and you're adding things in that are much more expensive than anything we've dealt with before. So now the best way to get those things is by buying microtransactions, and you feel pushed in that direction because you're limiting, in a way, the ability to get those things without paying in real life money for those things. Not a good look. Just not a good look. Then we have penalized for defending yourself is crap. Looting payout is crap, especially now that you're going to incur a bounty. And you get penalized for defending yourself. And that is like, I don't know how you would set it up in game code to let the game know that, hey, I'm defending myself. I'm not going and killing other players. Like, how does the game realize when you've defended yourself and when you've gone and just griefed someone? It's definitely a harder code to put in than just anytime you kill a player, you incur a bounty. And it seems like these bounty measures have worked, but like, they've also created a bunch of new problems in and of themselves. Now, when you get fought, when another player comes griefs you, and there are players that I was playing yesterday right after the update, there's players that are level 100 plus, you know, high level players that have tons of money. They're not looking to buy anything, and they don't worry about getting that bounty, so they just go and grief you because now they know that you're not going to fight back, because if you do fight back, it costs you. What that's sorry, but that's just that's what? Come on! How was this how did this oversight happen? Karen, thank you for the comment. Thank you for the comment. I'm cooling down, guys. I'm cooling down. Then we have another funny one from Mullet Head. By the way, great YouTube username. Great YouTube username. Rockstar is that girlfriend from high school who is nothing but a tease. And it really does feel like that. Like, Rockstar's that girl who keeps convincing you that she's the one for you, right? She's just got you, and every time every single time comes another point where you're like, why am I with this woman? Why am I with her? She treats me like she clearly doesn't care about me, and she's just in it for the attention. So why am I with her? And every time you keep coming back, and every time you're like, this is so painful. It's just more painful each time. When am I gonna learn my lesson? Mullet, thank you for the comment, man. I appreciate it. Then we have probably one of my most like moment, right? Like, what is going on here? And that is that there's all these changes to help with player griefing, right? All these changes, mainly the bounty system. They nerfed hunting to promote their new daily challenge system. In their daily challenge things, yesterday I had 2 that were killing other players. Wi-Fi, new update to nerf griefers. Daily challenges, grief other players. Like, what's going on here? What's going on here? And I just realized that I've just been ranting. Okay, so I just realized I've been ranting, and I blame you guys. I blame you guys because you made it too easy with this comments video, okay? It's your fault. It's not my fault. This time it's your fault. I've owned up to it enough. It's your fault this time. Leave some more positive comments. Everything was pessimistic in the comment section on my last 2 videos. Leave something more positive. But like, this daily challenges, what's going on? You're gonna give me a bounty for killing other players and then give me daily challenges where I gotta go kill other players. Rockstar. Someone give these guys, someone from Epic, Respawn, from one of these developers who's actively communicating with their core audience, go to their headquarters and give them a lesson. What's going on here? What's going on here, man? There's so many things this new update did that just makes you feel like you're shooting yourself in the foot, Rockstar. You really are. You're not delivering on things you say you're going to deliver on. First off, that is the, and it's not just in gaming that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign anywhere in life. When someone tells you that they're going to be there for you, they're going to, like I talked about this in the update video, someone tells you they're going to pick you up from the airport. And then when you land at the airport and you're expecting them to be there for you to pick up, you message them like, oh, I completely forgot, sorry, but hey, I'll pay for part of your Uber ride. It's like, dude, like, well, just don't tell me you're gonna be there for me if you're not gonna be there for me, you know? Like, don't tell me we're gonna get a cake for my birthday if you're not gonna get me a cake for my birthday. So, Rockstar, look, it hurts you more if you tell people they're getting things and then you don't deliver. And whatever reason it is that you guys cannot deliver in a timely fashion, whatever that reason is, I don't know. I'm not gonna assume to know. But for whatever reason that is, I'm telling you right now, it's better to just own up and tell people, hey, these things aren't ready to release. It is much better to do that than to tell people that they're getting these things and then not deliver. All the time. It's something that most of us learned when we were little kids. Hey, it's better to be honest than to lie about things, because when you lie about things, they build up and it comes back on you worse and worse. You lie a little bit to evade the disappointment that people will have, and then you end up finding out that, wow, people are much more disappointed now that I've lied. Okay, breathe with me. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. Lastly, I'm gonna leave you with this, guys. We're not going anywhere. We're gonna stick with Red Dead Online, Red Dead 2. Nothing's changing there. We're gonna figure out ways to make this game interesting, okay? By whatever means, we're gonna figure out ways to make that happen. And although Rockstar has completely butchered this update, in my opinion, although that's my opinion, although they've completely butchered it, I still do think that this will be a fun game to play, okay? I still think that this will be a fun game to play. It seems like with each announcement from them that it's gonna take that much longer to get there. So I don't know if it'll be a year plus, I'm not sure. I do think it'll get there. We'll be there when it does. If you're not there for the whole ride, I hope to see you come back when it gets better. So thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate the support, guys. We're over 7K strong now. Really appreciate the support to the channel. We're staying dedicated to it, And for those of you that are staying dedicated with us, thank you so much. I know it's not easy. Until next time, we'll catch you later.